Chapter 16. But behold, Enoch said, Blessed is he by whose offspring shall come the chosen seed. And Yahavah answering said, I am the descendant promised, the seed chosen from the foundation of the world, the Mashiach, the King of Zion, the Rock of heaven, and whoever enters by this door shall never fall. And Enoch saw the promised descendant, the Mashiach, ascend into heaven, and he cried unto Yahavah, saying, Shall you not return to the earth? For you are Elohim, and I know you, and you have commanded me to ask in the name of thine only begotten, and not of myself, but of your own grace. And I would receive from you what I asked for. Therefore I ask thee whether thou shalt not come again unto the earth. And Yahavah said unto Enoch, Yea, I, Yahavah, will come in the latter days, in the days of the iniquity of the people, and with the vengeance of God, to fulfill the oath which I did give unto you concerning the children of Noah. And the day will come when the earth shall rest, but before that day the heavens shall be darkened, and a veil of darkness shall cover the earth, and there shall be great afflictions among the children of mankind. But my people shall I preserve, and righteousness will I send forth from heaven through my messenger. And I will take from the earth a record of these things which I revealed to mankind through my servant, even a seer chosen in the opening of the fullness of times. And a second time will be revealed in the final part of the fullness of times. Yea, another seer, who will reveal these sealed words for the purpose of bearing testimony of the only begotten of the Father, of his resurrection from the dead, and also of the resurrection of all mankind, and of the coming of the only begotten of the Father among his elect in the last days. Just as I came down among you in a temple erected to my name in the land, that I will gather my elect in a place that I will prepare beforehand, even a holy city, so that my people will gird their loins and yearn for the time of my coming. For there will my tabernacle be, and it shall be called Zion, a new Jerusalem. And Yahavah said unto Enoch, Then you will come with all your city and find them there, for your Zion will descend from heaven in this place, and will join the 144,000 high priests, whom I, Yahavah, have ordained according to my holy order, even before the foundation of the world. These are priests whom Elohim ordained according to the order of his Son, and appointed them to be born on earth for the purpose of teaching the covenant people to wait for the promised descendant. These are they who are called and ordained to the high priesthood from the foundation of the world, according to the will of Elohim, because of the faith they exercised in the plan of redemption from the beginning, when all spirits were in the same position in the spiritual world before coming to the physical world. However, these were separated by unconditionally exercising faith in the plan of atonement proposed by the only begotten Son of the Father, being therefore in this way from the days of Adam until the end of all times. These are those who are born high priests of the holy order of the Son of Elohim in the world of humanity, and are ordained by angels to this office, by which they can name other men to the high priesthood of the holy order of the only begotten Son of the Father, to teach and administer the commandments of Elohim to the children of mankind. Therefore, those who are born high priests among men on earth are seers, chosen and ordained by Elohim in the spirit world, and are sent when the gospel and its doctrines are reinterpreted. And it is necessary to restore the commandments of Elohim and his assembly again among the literal descendants of the promise. And this in order to restore the keys of his presidency to their proper place in God's plan in accordance with the eternal course. And this is the decree established even before the foundation of the world. Every time the gospel goes into apostasy and the keys of the kingdom are spread and lost, behold, Elohim calls a seer, and no man can be the seer unless he be ordained by Elohim through angels and become the greatest of all. For there can be no greater called among the children of men, because the keys are again brought to earth for the purpose of being redistributed to those who will be ordained by his hands to the office of high priests, so to help in matters pertaining to the administration of the assembly of God, distributing the corresponding keys to all those who hold office of oversight between the covenant people in their respective functions, and who shall be called that all things pertaining to the kingdom of Elohim occur as organized. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the chosen seed shall be waiting for you, my son Enoch, in the new Jerusalem, and with him the 144,000 high priests of the holy order of the Son of Elohim, and the people will receive them in their midst, and we will embrace. And I will dwell there among the sons of men, fellow citizens of Zion, and for the space of 1,000 years the earth shall rest under the rule of my kingdom. And it came to pass that Enoch saw the day of the coming of the Son of Man in the last days, to dwell on the earth in righteousness for the space of 1,000 years. But before that day he saw great tribulations among the wicked, and he saw the sea that was shaking, and the hearts of men that were faint, and waited with fear for the judgments of the Almighty God, which were to fall upon the wicked. And Yahavah showed Enoch all things, even unto the end of the world, and he saw the day of the righteous, the hour of his redemption, and he received a fullness of joy. All the days of Zion in the days of Enoch were 365 years. Enoch and all his people walked with God, and he dwelt in the midst of Zion, as he also promised to dwell among his people in the fullness of time for 1,000 years. But behold, in the last days, as in the days of Enoch, that a building of a spiritual temple should take place before the physical temple is erected among the people of Zion, in which the words of this book will help the people to carve their hearts, which have been hardened by the traditions and precepts of men, to polish their holiness, and to mold them to the true knowledge of my gospel, in order to fit like a living stone in the spiritual structure of the temple of God. And after having passed on one generation after another generation, there being no more poor among them, and being of one heart, then there is to be erected a physical temple, where I, Yahavah, will descend among my people in the last days, just as it was in the days of Enoch. And behold, the Zion of Enoch no longer existed, for Elohim received it in his own bosom. And from that time it began to be said among the men on earth that Zion was taken away, or that Zion fled.